Americans, I've got some bad news for you. You may not realize this, but more than 1 out of every 100 of you have had or currently have COVID-19. I'm honestly surprised I haven't heard them talking about this on the news because I am not a mathematician, but there are a lot of mathematicians on our planet, and why hasn't one of them made the same calculations as I did and talked about it on the news? I think the only reason that the news isn't telling you this is that they don't want you to be scared and freak out people.
Where'd you get that curtain rod, Adrienne? Did you get it at Pearson's for like $160?
When I bought this house, my friend Gary Polak bought that curtain rod for me at Pearson's, and I think he paid over $100 for it.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, one of the rods is like over there.
Yeah,
it's not
actually
up
right
in the living room. It's right over there. Oh, great.
Yeah, and the knob for it's like right there, the little ball on the end. But yeah, it doesn't even have a wood finish on it. It needs to be sanded and finished. It was never finished or sanded.
I know this. Is this that giant helicopter with the guns flying over again?
Probably.
Oh, God. I have to stop recording this video to record this helicopter, people. Where is it? I don't see it. There's been this crazy helicopter flying over my house all day that looks like it has guns on it.
It's fighting coronavirus. I'm kidding. Fighting.
Where is it? I don't see it. I hear it.
Oh, here it comes. It's the orange one. No, it's not the same one.
Oh, it's not the one with the guns. But still, they're flying pretty fast. And pretty low. What's going on here? Americans, I've got some bad news for you. You may not realize this, but more than 1 out of every 100 of you have had or currently have COVID-19. And I can prove it mathematically. To start out, I would like to explain that the test for coronavirus is only about 2/3 accurate, meaning for every 2 people who test positive, there is 1 positive person who tests falsely negative. That means for every 2 people who test positive, there are 3.
Man, look at that tree someone had topped over there. When did they do that?
According to a Google search that I did at like 4 a.m. last night, there are 328.2 million people in the U.S. 2.93 million have tested positive for coronavirus. If you divide that number by 2 and multiply it by 3, you get 4,395,000 people, or 4.395 million people who are likely positive for coronavirus. If you divide that number by the 328.2 million people in the USA, you get 0.0114 and some other numbers after that. 0.01 would be 1 out of 100 people. 0.0114 is more than 1 out of 100 people. And this is only based on test results for people who were sick enough to actually think they had it, who went to get tested. This is not counting the people who had mild symptoms and didn't realize they had it. And this is also not counting the people who thought they had it but didn't want to get tested because they thought the government would have their information and be able to track them or harass them somehow. I think I have proven that at the bare minimum, more than 1 out of 100 Americans have had COVID-19 or have it right now. And the numbers are probably actually much higher than that. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 out of every 50 Americans have had it or have it right now. By the way, this went out because I was talking and talking and talking and not smoking. Do you have a lighter for me? The last time I went to the hospital, they said my blood pressure was high. I also had a blood test that said I have high cholesterol. I've never had high blood pressure or cholesterol in my life. But I have read some studies that some people who have had COVID-19, who have had either no symptoms or mild symptoms, mysteriously, a few months later, have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, leading to heart attacks or strokes. So there's a possibility I might have already had it. And one of the times I got tested and tested negative, my test results were false. And that is why I am having unexplainable sudden high cholesterol and high blood pressure at the age of 37. Unfortunately, the antibody test has been proved to be so inaccurate that even though I tested negative for antibodies, I think they're now saying that like 20% of people who have antibodies are going to test positive. So there's like a 1 in 5 chance that if I had it, I would test positive for antibodies, and a 4 in 5 chance that if I had it, I would not test positive for antibodies. So there's really no way to know if I had it. You just handed it to me while I was recording this video. And this is why no business should be reopening right now, especially not businesses that involve people sitting inside without masks, like restaurants or movie theaters or bars where people are going to be eating or drinking. If 1 out of 100 Americans or more has this virus and can potentially transmit it to other people, there's no way that any business should be opening. Because based on statistics alone, even if they're only allowing like a certain number of people into their business at a time, like 20 people at a time or 30 people at a time or 50 people at a time, it's very likely that over the course of a normal business day, they're going to let at least one person with COVID-19 into their business. And since it's basically now been proven it's an airborne virus, it could be lingering in the air when that one person leaves and another uninfected person comes in, and then that uninfected person could get infected. I'm honestly surprised I haven't heard them talking about this on the news, because I am not a mathematician, but there are a lot of mathematicians on our planet, and why hasn't one of them made the same calculations as I did and talked about it on the news? I think the only reason that the news isn't telling you this is that they don't want you to be scared and freak out people.
You have other toys. Oh, I'll let the cat out.
What cat?
Portal jumper.
Sorry for the numerous interruptions while I'm trying to record this video, but I am wondering at this point how soon our society is going to completely fall apart and Babylon falls and we end up having anarchy, like the anarchy symbol on my shirt, in the USA. What percentage of the US population has to be infected with COVID-19 and sick before this happens? Because it's like 1 out of 100 people or more right now. Won't happen when it's 1 out of 50, 1 out of 20, 1 out of 10. Because it will be very soon, considering the fact that many Americans think that COVID-19 is a hoax and they're not being careful and not trying to get infected, and many Americans are trying to purposely get infected to develop some kind of mythical herd immunity. I'm also wondering how soon Blue Dream is going to jump on my neck, and if she's going to do it before I finish recording this video. Which I have at this point. I have now said what I need to say, and I am now done. And there is now a truck stopping in front of my house, yet again, interrupting my video. It's just, it's actually not diapers, it's training pants.
Oh, it's training pants, okay.
Please pick up the box. Please like this video, share this video, watch my other videos, and subscribe to my channel. And while I say this next thing that I say at the end of most of my videos, I would like you to think of creative, nasty comments to make, criticizing me for smoking medical marijuana that I got for free in my videos, and criticizing me for asking for donations. If you would like to help me out to make more videos, you can by donating money to me on Patreon or other sites, or buying things from me off of my Amazon wish list or off of other sites. Thanks for watching this video. Bye, people.